A viewer named Ryan was using a community pool to swim laps as he often does for his workouts. Ryan claims that after spending quite some time in the pool, one of the other locals arrives and tells Ryan to leave and swim somewhere else. Ryan declines the command and continues doing laps, moving to the furthest edge he could. In pure spite, the woman begins swimming laps as well, but perpendicular to Ryan, causing their paths to collide. Ryan can be seen waiting his turn, but the woman swims directly into his path again. He can be seen questioning why she can't use the longer length of the pool as he was. The woman exits the pool and can be seen using her cell phone to call her husband to the scene. Upon his arrival, the three argue about Ryan leaving the pool, but after Ryan refuses to go, the couple approaches him and gets more aggressive. Ryan makes repeated gestures for them to go and leave him alone, and claims he would have left, but that the couple was blocking the exit. The more they argued, the closer the couple got to him. Each time, Ryan would back up further and they would move closer still. Eventually, the man closed the distance to Ryan, threatening him and lifting up his shirt, revealing a concealed pistol. Ryan backed up again, gathered his things, and went to the parking lot to call the police. An officer responds within minutes to Ryan's 911 call and speaks to Ryan alone, after which the officer goes to the pool area to speak with the suspects, removing the man's weapon and bringing them inside the air-conditioned pool house. Officer Brittany Guerrero arrives on scene, visibly shaking and screaming. She yells orders at Ryan as he tries to explain that he's already spoken with an officer and that his aggressors are inside. Her response was to initiate a felony stop by drawing her service weapon and aiming it at Ryan, making this the second time his life was threatened with a firearm in less than 10 minutes for swimming. He is then handcuffed by the officers. Inside, officers observe the aggressors laugh and cry, and then question the two together, ensuring that their stories remained similar. Ryan pleaded with the officers to watch the cameras to see that he was clearly innocent, but even after watching the footage, the officers still found a way to place the blame on Ryan. But at some point during the interaction, Brittany, the officer that drew down on an innocent man in a bathing suit, would later be removed by paramedics. It is alleged that she suffered a panic attack. Ryan is eventually placed in a police cruiser, and the man and woman who created this scene were allowed to leave. Ryan was kept in nothing but his swimming trunks and handcuffs, as he was driven around town before being taken to jail for booking, and just before it was his turn to be charged and to be put into jail for resisting arrest, a charge he was clearly innocent of, he was released. 5 days after the incident, Ryan returned to the department to ask about the footage a third time and to express a grievance.
Hey, Captain.
No, Sergeant Cooper, how you doing?
You're a sergeant?
Yes.
My name's Ryan. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sure. How can I help you?
You could give me your name and badge number.
I will do that at the end of the conversation. How can I help you?
Well, I would just like to know who I'm speaking to before we continue.
My name is right here, and I'll give you my card, my business card. When
Mr. Here? What's your badge number? I'm here with the PBC Investigative News team, and it's come to our attention that the taxpayers are paying to park a police car outside of Home Depot 24/7. So I'm just wondering, like, who approved that and why our funds are being used that way.
Excuse me?
I'm questioning why taxpayer money is being used to park a cop car outside of Home Depot 24/7.
Is the car running?
Did we pay for it?
Is the car running, sir?
Did Home Depot pay for it?
You're asking me a question, I'm asking you a question. Is the car running?
Did you answer my question? Why would I answer yours? Did I ask you first? You've been rude since you came out here. I introduced myself. I asked you who you were. You wouldn't even tell me your name.
Furthermore, it is now obvious to all citizens that it's a part of police culture to point to your badge and say, "It's right here," and that it's done as a way to get by with disrespecting the person inquiring.
Well, I was assaulted twice with a gun on Tuesday. Can you guys park a cop car outside of my house for crime prevention? Or you just only protect businesses? Yeah, I would love a cop car to sit there and protect me. Because I was assaulted 2 times in my swimsuit on Tuesday with a gun.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering why I'm not being protected, but a large corporation that can afford, to pay for their own security.
The next morning, Ryan went to the city hall to request financial records and was assigned an escort to hover around him, which consisted of Officer Romero, a captain, and the assistant chief of police. After filing that request, he was followed to the police department, where he sought more body cam footage. While following Ryan, he inquired to the status of Brittany Guerrero's employment.
You have an unhinged employee who has already previously been investigated for stalking. She illegally arrested me. She she pulled her gun on me. You have an unhinged cycle on the streets, and people aren't safe, and I need to know if she's still employed here. So I need to know if I need to sit in my house. She is still employed.
As they begin to work out the details of the record's request, the chief of police enters the lobby and shows us exactly why his officers are so poorly trained, ill-tempered, and unfit for duty by immediately escalating what had been a perfectly civil conversation by telling Ryan to shut up, denying him service, and going hands-on.
You shut up. Get out. You're out of jail. Out. You're out. You're trespassing. Trespass. How are you going to jail? I'm trying to make a record outside. So you're not allowing me to make a...
I'm not letting you.
Okay.
You said you have legal
Close the
counsel.
gap.
Go talk to your attorney.
I did, and I'm
We're
here.
not talking to
I
you
did,
anymore.
and
you
I'm
have
here.
legal counsel.
I'm
We're
here.
done. Go talk to your
I'm
attorney.
here.
Have him do it. Have your attorney do it. Go talk to your attorney.
No wonder you're
I'm
all
going to give you a trespass warning
For what? Crime.
No, for coming in here and causing a
No,
disturbance.
you started yelling at me, and it's all on body cam. I'll take the arrest.
Okay. So what's going to happen?
Go ahead, I'm not leaving. I'll take another trespassing arrest.
Don't go back to the building, okay? Yep.
Sir, can I? Hey.
No, you're
Okay.
past
Well,
that.
I mean, you understand.
I tried this a long time ago.
So, is your body cam still on?
Yeah, it is. The Romero.
Romero? Okay. What do you think the people are going to think about the way you spoke to me?
What do you think they're going to think about the way you're conducting yourself?
After Ryan's escort walks the chief back to his desk, they realize that Ryan has gone back to the records desk, and they head back over to hover around him, right after the chief tried to trespass him.
You guys feel good about yourself? Our day's work? Think about it if I was your kid. I could have easily been your child. Calling you guys for help.
The state agents hide behind their magical spells and refuse transparency. I'm not exactly sure at this point what we're supposed to think of this system, or who they want us to believe they work for. It certainly isn't Ryan. He was the victim of an alleged felonious aggravated assault, and they let his aggressor walk and arrested him instead. Since then, it appears they've done absolutely nothing in the interest of justice. Brittany is still employed, and there's no word of whether they charged the man that threatened Ryan's life with a concealed weapon, and the department is now treating him as if his inquiry into the facts is criminal. Perhaps someday, the department will release the footage of their officers on May 9th, and we will learn why Brittany felt compelled to aim a deadly weapon at an innocent man in a bathing suit and kidnap him for 4 hours.
New tonight, a federal lawsuit has been filed against a former Palm Beach Gardens police officer captured on camera pulling a gun on a man who called police to the scene in the first place to report a crime, yet he ended up getting arrested. Attorneys for Ryan Gould accused that former officer, Bethany Guerrero, and another officer of excessive force, unreasonable search, and unjustified arrest. Gould now demanding a jury trial. A months-long internal affairs investigation was launched after this. Guerrero was eventually fired from the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department for violating several department policies. She has not yet responded publicly to that lawsuit.